Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I've been really impressed by this guy, Marmoush, who I expect to be amongst the goals here, Peter. He's, for me, very much the complete package. Great operating alone or in a partnership, but I prefer to see him play off somebody. That's when you really get to see his skills, not just as a finisher, but as someone who initiates as well.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. And here's Raspadori. And it's made its way to him. João Neves, he shoots! Brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Some good work on the right flank here. Oh, that's a fine interception. Lerma. Goretzka. And it's Jones.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Jones. That has been slung wide. João Neves. And they've got a throw. Gallagher. And here's Raspadori. Gordon receives it in a good position here. Gallagher. Back into the middle. João Neves, and he's had a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward. Gallagher is there, and he can pick it up. Koulibaly. And Hall. That's a good ball. Girassi! Oh, it rattles the bar. Now it's Terrier. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gallagher. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. That looks a good ball through. And that was nowhere near his best. He's having a go! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Elanga! And that's caused a worry or two.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And this is Marmoush is on his own. Great chance! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
João Neves looking understandably energised after his goal. Gallagher. Gordon. Knocks it into space. Played in. Goretzka. Marmoush.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now that's well seen too. Girassi is firing after that one. And it's Jones. Threads one in. And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open...
And a shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Paul, who does have an assist to his name. Araujo. Elanga. Gallagher. And here's Raspadori. Now it's Girassi. Decent chance! It's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but...
And he's had a hit! He's missed, but not by that far.
Raspadori really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Lerma. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Terrier. Aimed beyond the defence. Good read, needed to be. They've played it short. Now the cross. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Araujo. Gallagher. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Keeper's dealt with that. Gallagher, and reclaimed it in a trice. Tsimikas. Jones. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Gordon. Gallagher. No, that's been intercepted. Raspadori. And here's the chance to counter. He has found the way through. This looks promising. And he shoots! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
And he's let fly. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Driving on and making good progress. And this is Marmoush. He's through, it's 1-0. Big chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Koulibaly. 75 minutes played. Played out to the right. It's Gallagher. Now it's Guirassy.
Guirassy really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Jones.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Might be danger here. Nicely spread. Tries to play it through. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Koulibaly gathers from the goal kick. And here's Raspadori. Chance! Goretzka. Now it's Terrier. And it's Goretzka. Hall. And it's Neves. Now it's Guirassy.
Oh, really well played.
João Neves. And here's Raspadori. Lee Kang-in. That has not gone well. Oh, good-looking ball. And here's Raspadori. And he's picked it up out wide. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Marmoush. Great vision.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And he's certainly... Chance for a shot! And that may well be that. That is that. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. João Neves claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.